Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Commander Hoop Celtic. If this is your first time viewing the channel, if you could subscribe, thumbs up or a comment below, would be really appreciated. Folks, I thought I'd come on and have me input about the whole situation with fans, a portion of fans saying that Ange should be gone already. We're 6 games in to the league season and we have people that are showing their plastic colours already. Look, all I want to say is I believe Ange is the man. Even though when he was appointed, I was against the appointment because I didn't know much about him. So what I want to say to the plastic fans that don't know a lot about Ange is Ange ball takes a full season to happen. Yes, we've seen spells that we've hammered the likes of St Mirren, Dundee and Ross County at Celtic Park, and we've also been on it's killed us in Europe. But Ange, wherever he's went, it takes a season for it to adapt and then he brings success. I know a lot of Celtic fans might say, well, that's not good enough in the Glasgow Fishbowl. You know, we need to win the league this season. We need to get the Champions League football next season. But I'm sorry, we're coming off a crumbling season last season, which killed us. We all got complacent. We all thought we were going to do 10 in a row. We all thought the Sun and Stars, even though the fans weren't in the stadium. You can't take things for granted. And that squad yesterday took Livingston for granted. And I think we need to stop taking Ange for granted. Yes, his style of football is different from what we're used to. You know, he doesn't like change it around. He doesn't like going defensive. He likes to go all out attack. And it does cost us as well. But we've seen magnificent football played at home. And that gives me enough evidence to believe that we're going in the right direction. Some people felt yesterday we weren't going in the right direction after that result. Brendan Rodgers and Neil Lennon did not beat Livingston away. Livingston, we can never get a result against them. And I know yesterday was a prime example. We should have got a result against them, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. We need to move on as fans, stop living the negativity life, have the faith. We have our fans back in the stadium. We have our away support back again, the 12th man. Yes, it was great seeing them all yesterday and they sung phenomenally, but you need to understand that we didn't have one of our key players, McGregor. We have a new goalkeeper. Yes, he's experienced. He's still learning the reins at Celtic. We have a new defensive line. You know, Jovanovic. I know Welch was playing yesterday. Carter Vickers was playing. You know, we still Bonangoli coming back from Turkey on loan. You know, there's been a lot of change at the club, and it's going to take time to get this right. It doesn't happen overnight. And for Celtic fans that are watching this, that will go back to the 90s, that wasn't much success in the early 90s, they had faith. They had faith. I think it'd be mediocre to let Ange go before Christmas. If it's the case that it's 15 points, they're ahead or 12 points ahead, perhaps. But for the time being, we got to take every game as it comes, as a cup final. We have Wright Rovers on Thursday. I'm sure he makes a few changes on Thursday, brings in a few fringe players. But there's the same thing that's going through my mind is there's not enough on the bench. And that's a big, massive blame to the board. Like, this man took the job a week and a half before pre-season down in Wales. He didn't get to bring his own coaching staff in. He was sold out with that, with Kennedy and Strachan. I like McManus. I like to see McManus still in there. And I don't mind Steve Woods. But to have them two, Sarah Puss is still in there, in that dugout, makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. It makes me think of last season all over. He should have been brought in his own coaching staff. He's after losing the man in the middle for his communication, which is Don McCoy. He's gone because we don't know what's going on at the club. The club has been completely silent in the last year and a half. They don't come out and public address the fans when there's something going on at the club. If there's a change in staff or there's a player being announced, it's all Statement FC post. We like to see more engagement. Yes, they have done press conferences when players are announced, and some podcasts get to do that. I can understand that, and they do a great job. At that, but I just feel there's not enough certainty for Celtic fans which direction we're going. Are we going backwards? Because in football, it's all about results. And I've watched a couple of podcasts and they're all saying the honeymoon is over with Ange. Results will count. And Martin O'Neill always said, 3 results, 3 defeats will, you're always away from losing the Celtic job. I think you need to give this man a bit of patience. He's either travelling from Australia, well, travelling from the J League to come up here. He's not going to get everything right. It's a new league. He's never managed in this league before. He's still getting used to these players. I'm not saying that we need to go out and lose every game, every weekend, and still think he's the man. Of course not. I'm sure he's hurting. I'm sure it's hurting Callum that Callum wasn't fit yesterday. I'm sure it's hurting some players that he didn't turn up yesterday. But you got to have a bit of belief. And don't be one of these gobshites that go on social media and be like, oh, get rid of him. But yet you are praising him literally about 3 weeks ago when we hammered the likes of Dundee saying Ange ball's sexy. Make your mind up. And my mind is made up that give him time. Give him time. Give him until the end of January at least to get in some players, to get a football system that suits Celtic, that suits the fans, because we've seen spells with Kyogo scoring, with Abala scoring. You know, we need that. And I still believe in the back of my heart and the back of my mind, we should never get rid of Christian Edward. I know he wanted to go, but with the lack of options that we have on this bench, it's concerning. It's concerning because we're not even into the winter months yet. And injuries come. Like, I can see the likes of Mikey Johnson being probably injured again. James, he has to come back. Giamakis has to play, make his debut. Scales has to play. You know, like, Uragidi hasn't played much. Shaw hasn't played much. We need to start showing depth in the squad in all aspects, because yesterday, you're looking at that bench and you're saying to yourself, who could come on and actually get a winner? There wasn't really anyone. Montgomery, I was thinking he could get assist. Mikey Johnson comes on, I'm just like, it's Mikey Johnson. Like, better chance of him getting injured than scoring a goal at this rate. You know, like, that's the way football's gone. But I believe Ange is the man. And what I strongly recommend is watch his documentary and the way he manages teams, the way he talks, the way he approaches. He's called out many times before the window was closed that he needs reinforcements in. And if you watch that interview before the Ross County game, you could see in him that he's not happy that he hasn't got enough core players. And it's down to the board. It's not down to the management. It's down to the board that if we're taking this league serious this season, we should be competing in every position, within every game, which we haven't. We got beaten in the opening day. To be honest, we were unlucky the opening day. The second game at Ibrox, we just absolutely shocking. We defended well, couldn't finish at all. Edward Sitter, Quayle got a couple of chances, and then Livingston yesterday, the grudge is still on. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned going into Aberdeen away in 4 games' time. I'm concerned playing Dundee United at home because they're ahead of us in the table. But we need to have confidence as well. We need to believe as a Celtic family that we're going to get. It's going to take time. We're not going to be top of the league all the time. We're not going to be winning every trophy every season. Unfortunately, that's not the way football plays out. You win some, you lose some, you draw some, you get on with it. But you don't be putting the finger on Ange and saying, okay, Ange needs to be sacked already and it's the end of September. Leagues are not lost in September. They're only 4 points ahead of us. 4 points. You got 3 of them points against us because we didn't turn up. So if they didn't get beaten by Dundee and they didn't drop points yesterday, I would be concerned. I would be concerned in some aspect. The gap will be bigger, but it's only 4 points. We turned around many times against Rangers. Well, the previous Rangers, you know, so have the faith. We'll get it together. All I can say is to the Celtic fans that attend the games, just sing your heart to. Get behind the team. If you're already behind the team, happy days. If you're a plastic fan, have a look and have a think about what you judge. Yes, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to say, right, look, this is not good enough. Why should I be paying money to go to the Macaroni Stadium and you've literally more crosses in the Vatican and nothing's been converted? Nothing's been converted at all. I can understand that frustration. Like, I was raging yesterday. I was absolutely raging yesterday with the performance. But there's nothing in the back of my mind. Nothing said to myself, like, look, Ange needs to go. It's not Ange. He doesn't have his own tools. He doesn't have his own coaching staff. He was missing his captain. We were missing key players yesterday, and plus we can't play in that macaroni pitch. I know that's the truth. People might say I'm making excuses, but it's the truth. We just can't get a win there for our lives. And the last time we got a win there was in the Scottish Cup when Derek Royden scored a double and Jan scored. So hopefully, time will tell, results will tell. We get behind the team on Thursday night, get behind them. We have 3 home games in a row. We have the League Cup, we have the League, and we have the Europa League to look forward to. And Leverkusen are not going to be a pushover, so there will be people thinking, look, we'll beat Leverkusen because it's European night. But we should be beating every team. And yesterday, we were unfortunate. So keep the faith, folks. We'll get together. We will get together. Take every game as it comes. As I said in this channel many times, bumps and bruises. And I know we lost 5 games last season, and that was a disaster, and we've already lost 3, but things can change in football. Have a bit of faith. Hail, hail, speak to us all soon.